Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, a Caribbean sweep of equine speed coming from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados and Jamaica, where there's classic racing this weekend. Caribbean jockeys Shaun Bridgmohan and Patrick Husbands making headlines in the USA and Canada. And we go to England for the Darley Cup at Newmarket. To T&T we go first. The Mentone Stakes with 5 starters. The weekend feature at Santa Rosa Park. Number 2 champion trainer John O'Brien's Trini Navigator, the marginal 4-5 favourite over the 3-horse Dunkirk Express, who's on a 4-race winning streak for trainer Shafiq Khan, also at 4-1 odds. Euphemism, the 5-horse, gets some support at 6-1. Here's Eddie Arnaud with a call approaching the home turn.
Dunkirk Express is now being called on Galvez. Galvez is now calling on her to open up, and she has opened up quite nicely by 5 lengths as she come right inside the final 200 meters. It's all about Dunkirk Express with 125 meters to go, and Galvez is absolutely looking around for dangers. There are absolutely none, because she is absolutely walked in here at Santa Rosa Park in the Mentone Stakes. Back in second was Euphemism.
Dunkirk Express is all alone at the end. Jockey Wilmer Galvez pretty much stops riding well before the finish as Herbert Holder's 3-year-old filly wins 5 in a row for trainer Shafiq Khan.
She's really good. I think she still has some improvement to make. She's into the Independence Cup now, and I expect her to do well there too.
The 6-1 bet Euphemism gets second, 3 lengths in arrears. The winning time 1 minute 21 seconds even for 6 3/4 furlongs. The favourite Trini Navigator in only his second start at Santa Rosa Park, fading to 4th of the 5 runners, more than 16 lengths behind the winner.
Well, his breeding would suggest that he's a much better turf horse than our main track horse, and he had won very, very impressively when we ran him in 2 months ago on the turf. And he has never trained on the main track like he trains on the turf. So I would put it down to the first time on the main track, and hopefully he will move up from that race.
In Jamaica, the 7-furlong Eros Trophy was the main event at Caymanas Park, and although he was a huge favourite, no one expected this awesome run by the reigning horse of the year, Seeking My Dream, with ex-champion jockey Omar Walker aboard.
Seeking My Dream now begins to turn on the afterburners, and they run past the 316th. Poker Star will continue to fight in second. The rest are a long ways in behind, headed by All Correct, but it's Seeking My Dream inside the final furlong, beginning to power away from Poker Star. Seeking My Dream, the best horse in the country, comes running away from them to take the Eros Trophy in fine style. Seeking My Dream by maybe 7 or 8 over Poker Star.
Derek Smith's Seeking My Dream scores a whopping 9-length victory as the 1-4 favourite in a new 7-furlong stakes record, 123.60. His Wayne Acosta stablemates Poker Star and Perfect Neighbour badly beaten. Still in Jamaica, Thursday's post position draw for the ISP Financial Services Limited Jamaica St Leger confirmed a rematch between the top 3 finishers from the contentious Derby last month. 9 to face the starter. Disqualified Derby winner Future King drew post position 9 with ex-champion Omar Walker replacing Derby rider Robert Hardball Halladine, who will now mount the 1-horse Nuclear Affair. Barbadian Elias Halut's Orpheus, promoted to Derby winner status after Future King's disqualification, drew the 4 box, and in post position 3 the Derby runner-up Big Daddy Cool. These 2 Anthony Nunes horses, Orpheus and Big Daddy Cool, endured an uncomfortable stretch run in the Derby, pushed over to the stand rails as they chased Future King to the wire. And Big Daddy Cool's T&T owner Stefan Narayansingh is hoping for better luck in the season's last classic.
It'll be an excellent race with the 3 main contenders coming back, and after the race hopefully we'll know who's the best staying trail in Jamaica.
With 3 weeks in between races, there's not much I can do as a trainer other than to keep them happy and healthy. There's not a whole lot of work really done. We gave them 2 pieces of work to basically just kind of stretch their legs and keep their wind up. But my main goal was to keep them as happy and healthy as possible. It's been a long campaign for them, and this is the end of it. And to me, this is the most difficult one to win.
To Barbados now, the Crop Over Festival Handicap had 6 starters. Let's pick up Dean Springer's commentary now with jockey Rashid Hughes having the 4-year-old colt Lucky Adventure setting the pace.
The opening quarter was 25 flat, and it's Lucky Adventure and Dazzling David on the front end. On the outside, there's Wildcat T. Vitality is next. Joe Vidius found his best riders. Marcus has dropped away and they're homeward bound. And it's Lucky Adventure on the inside. On the outside, Dazzling David gets right-handed whip. It's Lucky Adventure and Dazzling David. Vitality along the rails. It's Lucky Adventure, Dazzling David with one last desperate search. Not going to get there. Lucky Adventure by a length.
At 5-2 odds, Lucky Adventure fights off the even money favorite Dazzling David to win the 5.5 furlong crop over feature in 106.60 for trainer Boston John and owner H&M.
Now, for decades, Caribbean racing men have been moving on to build great careers in Canadian horse racing. Among the first of them was the Jamaican trainer Laurie Silveira. He's now 77 years old, and this past weekend at Woodbine, he called on the expert skills of Barbadian jockey Patrick Husbands to do a job for him. Let's see how that turned out. Husbands aboard the 6-year-old, trained by Silveira, Turncoat, in Sunday's 4th at Woodbine.
Looking for room, Patriotic and Proud, Turncoat, Born in a Breezer wide, and out in front is King Gizmo. King Gizmo's the leader down the centre, Patriotic and Proud, and out wide Turncoat. Johnny Bear under pressure, Turncoat coming after them all. King Gizmo joined by Turncoat and Johnny Bear's fighting back. 3 of them, Turncoat the outside, and Turncoat is going to blouse them in the stretch. Turncoat by over a length. Second King Gizmo, Johnny Bear third.
The Caribbean Connection, jockey Pat Husbands for trainer Laurie Silveira, and Turncoat is in front by a length at odds of 7-1, chased by King Gizmo. 1 minute 14.95 the winning time for 8.5 furlongs.
Another Caribbean overseas success is the Jamaican jockey Shaun Bridgmohan. He was a 1998 Eclipse Award winner as the most outstanding apprentice in North America. Now he's closing in on 2,000 career wins, and here he is showing some of that quality in Saturday's Stars and Stripes Stakes at Arlington in Illinois.
Bridgmohan here in the pink silks in the middle aboard the 9-1 bet Green Grass of Wyoming, fighting off rivals to his left and right, and does enough to score a spectacular win in a 4-way photo finish. The upset victory by a nose. Over 5-1 bet Oprado Ole. Green Grass of Wyoming clocks 227.74 for the 12 furlong trip for top trainer Mike Maker, who you may remember had back-to-back wins in the Barbados Sandy Lane Gold Cup in 2014 and 2015 with Major Marvel and Sailors Creek.
Closing off with English racing, now a regular feature on the SportsMax channels. Check out this powerful finish by the 9-2 shot Limato in winning the Darley July Sprint Cup at Newmarket.
On the far side, coming there strongly in the green jacket with the white cap, Washington DC, and Profitable also on the move inside the final furlong and a half. Limato struck the front in the Darley July Cup and skips 2 lengths clear, chased by Swedwa. Washington DC, then Profitable, running on quiet reflection now, but the bird has flown. Limato hanging across to the stand side, but too good, and wins the July Cup.
Limato with Harry Bentley aboard, drifting out in deep stretch but strong at the end for the Darley Cup win by a half a length, clocking 109.97 on the Newmarket turf for the biggest victory of his career. Look out for our next English racing presentation on SportsMax, the King George meeting at Ascot on the 23rd of July.
We've been at the track covering top stories in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.